Hi, old friends. We are Clarksville bound today. If you're in Clarksville, Tennessee, come out and see us representing Monster Magazine. And also, I'm drawing pictures, and I got some pictures for sale. And we have first issues of Monster Magazine today. And also, the super artist Ricky Blalock will be there right beside me, as always. And hope to see you today in Clarksville, Tennessee. Have a good one. Monster Magazine in Clarksville, Tennessee. This is going to be a very special Monster Magazine episode, and it's me and Rick at the show, so hang on tight. Here we go. And there's the setup for Monster Magazine right there. And then over here is cover artist supreme Ricky Blalock. So here we go. We're at the show and Ricky's here. This is going to be our next episode, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have some. So what do you think so far?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I didn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
That's like a really big deal when you do these shows. You will always forget something. I made a list and went over it like 4 times, so hopefully I got everything I need. What about you, Rick?
No, I didn't make a list this time. Most of my stuff was still packed from Murfreesboro.
Right. And this is Ricky's.
I had the new stuff. I was afraid I was going to forget some of the new stuff, but I got all it together yesterday.
Okay. I'm going to show you Ricky's setup. Now, back when I did Spook Show, I showed you Ricky's setup before. It's a little bit different now. He's got a nice way to set everything up. Get the business card. And then over here, he's got the wall of art. And he's got these cool little hooks. And he made this thing over here. Watch me trip and fall. And he's got this cool thing here to display his goodies on.
Got lots of goodies.
Now I want to show you this, and I'm gonna get Rick to tell you about it. Tell me about your bag, bro. That's some cool stuff on your bag.
What, my patches on my bag? Oh my God.
The patches on his bag. Buttons, patches. Now this is cool.
According to my wife, it's my man purse. And I've already seen a couple of more patches that I want to get.
Oh, you're back there in the patches?
Yes. Hopefully I will sell enough I can get a couple of them.
Right.
Or maybe I could make a trade.
You're not an Alice Cooper fan at all, are you?
Oh, no, I can't stand him. He's the devil.
And what is this crummy movie right here called?
I really can't say. It's a pornographic movie. And of course, my favorite monster of all time, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That is cool. Hey, tell me about this one right here.
That is the USCSS Nostromo from Alien.
Oh, okay. I am not up to alien knowledge.
You did not know that?
No, I haven't seen Alien in years.
Smack.
And then there's, of course, Monster Magazine. Do you have more on here, or is that it?
No, that's it. That's all I got so far.
You need some more on there.
Yeah, I do need some more. And they got some more.
Cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop filming for now and then come back and film some more later.
Yes, we can go ahead and start.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, hey, we're Monster Magazine, and we self-publish a magazine with horror stuff from 1974 and back. Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Godzilla, all the old school stuff. We just try to bring some of that old school fun back. Our magazine has comics, it has movie reviews, and it has covers by this guy right here, Ricky Blalock.
And I'm Vance Capley, by the way. This is the first issue that we did. And Ricky did this awesome wraparound cover. I was expecting more people. But anyway, and then the center spread is a little poster you can pop out and put on your wall. And originally, Ricky and another friend of ours named Joe Bannerman, he wrote a book called It Follows, but not the same It Follows that you know of nowadays. This was before that. But they were talking about doing a podcast, which became the idea for a magazine.
Which he thought was a bad idea.
I thought it was a bad idea. Because I used to have an underground TV show called Spook Show. I ran 154 episodes. And at one point I was going to do my own horror mag called Spook Show. And the main article was going to be about Mantan Moreland in King of the Zombies. Now, yeah, maybe not. So drop that. But so our friend Joe had a stroke. It was very sad. He's okay now, but so that whole idea got put aside, and it stayed in my head. I was like, I just kept thinking. And but last summer when Dave came down, my friend Dave Good, he does comics. He's out of New York City. He comes down. Our friend David Walker, his cousin David Walker. We all got together one night, and I said, maybe we should do this magazine idea. And Ricky was like, I told you. And it was great. It was great. And so we started doing them. And we like I said, we self-publish them. And the thing is, we do it like print on demand. That way we don't have a big stack of them in my house and my wife beats me to death. But that's how we did it. We're already up to our fourth issue right here. And this come out February 1st for Dracula, what we call Dracula Release Day, over at your cousin's house. But Valentine's Day, basically. And it covers the various Dracula films, and it has a lot of information inside, and we got to interview a lot of cool people. And one of the cool things we got to do, we got to interview Butch Patrick, we got to interview Rico Browning, Jeff Thompson, I'm trying to remember who else. And we're working on a Kolchak issue, and this thing is going to be like this thick by the time we get done with it. It's just amazing how many people we've got to talk to on this, which I can't say yet until the magazine comes out. So, our next issue is going to be Bride of Frankenstein, which comes out the 5th of May, actually. So that'll be out soon. It has a great cover by Ricky. And make sure you stop by Ricky's table. Y'all have already seen it, but seriously, this guy, you do great art.
Well, we've got the cover already for one of the covers for the Kolchak.
Right. The Kolchak issue is going to have 3 different covers. So there's something for everybody. Comic book artist Squidward Clark's providing one, Ricky's providing one, and a mystery guest is providing the 3rd one. I've already told you that, remember?
I forgot. I've had a lot of stuff going.
So we're posting all this stuff online at our website and everything, and VanceCapleyArt.com is where all this stuff's posted. And there's links, like if you get like a signed edition of our magazine, it's a little bit more pricey because we have to print it, bring it to our house, then reship it after we sign it. But there's another one through Indie Planet, and it's a lot cheaper. You can just get it online, they'll ship it right to your door. And there's one at Lulu.com.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon, yeah.
It's on Amazon.
And then a local shop in Columbia called Gizane Guitars. They have it up in there. Gizane Guitars and Art. And then a comic shop in Xenia, Ohio, Route 68, Vintage Toys and Comics. They carry it. So, we're all over the place with it, like I am right now. So, anyway, so the goal of this thing is to kind of bring back that nostalgic old feeling of when you could look at a monster magazine and there was the old standards in there. Like I said, Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Godzilla. And kind of, I don't know, it's just something more nostalgic about all that. And it's a lot of fun. And like for little bitty ones, little bitty kids, you can't show them slasher movies. They're too little for that. I know there's people who do, but we didn't do that when we was kids, though. But Mom and Dad would let us stay up late and watch these on late night TV or whatever, and y'all used to watch them at 4:30.
4:30 after school.
Yeah.
They had a thing called the Big Show on TV after school.
Yeah, on
And they would have like Godzilla week, King Kong week, Creature from the Black Lagoon week, and we'd watch it after school.
Yeah, and it was just something fun about that, where you sit down, you could sit with your whole family and watch these. It was, the only embarrassing thing was like the Godzilla movies, the older ones is kind of cheesy and fun, but that's just part of the charm. But, so, you know, we're hoping this thing grows, and we hope it becomes a big deal, and we're hoping a lot of people really get into it. And if it doesn't, we try, and that's part of the fun of this thing. We get together like once or twice a month and film a podcast and talk about movies we've seen. And there's they run Sven Gulli on MeTV.
Yeah.
Well, we'll sit afterwards and talk about that movie sometimes. It's just so much fun. So, now that I'm through rambling, does anybody have any questions? Yes.
The way it works is we have to have multiple tables.
A new character, but grounded in the same kind of idea that you have here.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Like I said, there's comics in there. And I've thought about like maybe creating, because I used to work for Scary Monster magazine, and there was a character called Destiny Vampire Mermaid. And I got to actually write one of the issues. I actually got to write several. One of them I got to write early on. Got to create a character of my own, and it was just so cool. And I kind of want to bring that character back, so I may do that. But I'll post more about that later on the website and stuff, because I want to make sure I get everything all lined up right, so there's no trouble with their publishing or anything like that.
Maybe you can do like a juxtaposition of what you already have here, with ideas that kind of maybe resonate with this kind of generation of young.
Yes.
And maybe you'll probably have a bigger audience.
Yes. So like, what was the movie, Monster Squad?
Yeah.
Monster Squad was a movie that came out in 86, 88?
Something like that.
And it had the old school monsters, but set in the modern times of the mid-80s. And it did pretty decent. And we used to rent it a lot and stuff. And I still have my videotape at home. So, yeah. But it's a thing that can be done. It's just we got to figure out, nod our heads around a little bit and figure out how to do it. But when we do, it will be something cool, I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the first question. You get a poster.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So, all the different monster characters that you've worked with or seen in the past, which one is your favorite that you really kind of either relate to or just really enjoy watching or reading about?
My favorite monster character.
I know what that is already. It's Dracula.
Yeah, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. I know back when we were growing up, you couldn't say, well, I like Godzilla better than Dracula, for the fact that it was a giant monster and it was not, you couldn't include it. So that's how the trick was with kids, remember? You remember that? So Dracula, 100%, Bela Lugosi, that's one of my favorites. I still, if a Bela Lugosi movie's on, I'm watching it. And yours is?
Mine is the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, Ricky did, when we did our second issue, it was all Creature from the Black Lagoon stuff. Ricky did a phenomenal cover for it, and it was just outstanding. It's outstanding. But, any other questions?
Well, you're talking. Oh.
Thank you. You're welcome. Questions?
Yeah, you were talking
Bring it to
about
our table and we'll sign it.
Yes, if we give you something, bring it on, we'll sign it.
Yeah, you were talking about, you hosted some of like the horror movie shows, like Sven Gulli kind of thing.
Yeah, we watched those and stuff.
Yeah, and well, I was saying, like I know Sven Gulli does all right on MeTV, and he's really kind of the last one. Where would, like, how, with the new medium out there, if you wanted to do, like, because that's where we got introduced to these. I mean, like we had, the old Sven Gulli and, those. What type of medium would you have to go now? Because, like, I mean, the TV is, we got Sven Gulli, definitely, but I guess also, too, Mystery Science Theater introduced a lot of these things to us. So, like, what other medium can we use to get back to those late night? I mean, because, like, there was time, it was like, that's all you saw at late night. And
I think a lot of that just depends on the local channels.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, back in the 70s, there was Successive Creek.
Right.
And
before that, Dr. Lucifer.
Yeah, before that, Dr. Lucifer. And down in Florida, you've got Dr. Paul Bear.
Yeah, he was in our second issue, Dr. Paul Bear was.
And then Dr. Gangrene.
Yeah, right here in town.
He's
Quite a national.
well, Hendersonville's where he's
Yeah.
Nobody wants to put him on TV.
Yeah, and it's like,
Give 'em a spot.
is it just that they're not allowed? Because I mean, for instance, like these guys, some of them would do the news in the daytime, then at nighttime they're putting on Dracula makeup, and they're doing that, and because they got a large amount of library, but they still got the library there. Is there a reasoning why these local people don't do that
Well,
anymore?
it's real simple. It's money.
Yeah,
Because
money,
they
right.
could, instead of producing a locally made show,
Right.
they could easily just take a repeat of a show, and just throw it in there and just put the ad spots in it, because the whole point of free television is the ad spots.
yeah,
The best place right now to look for horror hosts
Right.
is YouTube, Vimeo, OSI 74. All these places, the horror hosts are there. You just gotta dig and you gotta look, and it's so worth it.
yeah. There's one guy I saw. He did, and you guys probably know him. Tom, the young guy. He's got like black hair, and he does a lot of the mystery. He did actually had Tom Servo as a guest on there. I've seen him. I cannot think of his name because have you seen the documentary about the late night horror?
Yes.
He's in it, and he's still around. I know he does YouTube, but I don't see like regular stuff because like with Spin Gooley, I mean that's Saturday night at 9 o'clock. You know what time it's going to be on, and it's like, which is so surprising that he's the one that's lasted this long, which would he have. But of course it goes back to the older Spin Gooley because he was like Spin Gooley Jr. until
Spin Gooley,
until he said, okay, you can take the Spin Gooley part now. You've earned it. But I still I taking, if you go to YouTube, you get all those bits of the original Spin Gooley, and you can piece them together, and then take the original movie and piece it and make your full Spin Gooley episode. So,
They have the original run of Son of Spin Gooley on Fuzzy Memories YouTube channel, and it's the final whole movie with commercials and all. And it's just a joy to watch this stuff for me, and it's just kind of that nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
So look everywhere online, and you're going to find it. There's I think it's called horrorhost.com.
Right.
It has a list of the ones who are still active today. There's Count Gore Duvall. They're everywhere. You just got to dig. That's the
you dig with it. Yeah, because I was wondering. I mean, I got into getting in the horror host after the documentary came out because I was so surprised about the 70s ones because that's when they kind of got a little bit more sexier. It's like we had one in Cape Girardeau. I mean, and I can't think of her name. In fact, she's putting her old stuff on there, and she's still going to conventions now. She's about in her 40s or 50s, but because there's our brewing plant was Pabst Blue Ribbon was the brewing plant, so the sponsor was Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, wow.
But she was like, and Elvira had nothing on her because she was at the same time that Elvira was around. But she was the Pabst girl. I mean, she was like, she did the show, and the one show was the car, the killer car. Remember that?
Yes.
And she did that one, and then he's like, and the Pabst Blue Ribbon. She did Pabst Blue Ribbon. But yeah, I mean, watching those, just like wow. And then she's still going to cons now, and she's 40. She's a little older, but she's still doing it.
Great.
Yeah, that's great stuff like that. But I was wondering because I've thought about it myself, getting into that thing of getting the horror host. Yeah, because you got public domain you can go to and try that. But
there are tons of public domain movies.
yeah,
Double check with a video called what's the name of that place? Alpha Video.
right.
They've double checked everything they have in their catalog that's public domain, so
Right.
you should be okay. And if you get a strike against you or whatever,
Yeah,
YouTube is bad about that right now.
right.
Don't put it on YouTube. Put it on archive.org. They love this creative stuff.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And you can be the host and do that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I have, like I said, 154 episodes of Spook Show, and most of them are on archive, and a lot of them are on OSI 74. 2 episodes are on YouTube. I had to, they don't like a lot of the stuff I put in Spook Show, but anyway, I'm done with that. 154 episodes, we've done that. And it was just a lot of fun. I was trying to, same thing. And I bored him and his cousin on Spook Show. Yeah, the worst one was the 2-hour Thanksgiving special. There's like a scene.
Or what about the episode that you came to my house where in my drawing room?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we had to endure my daughter and my wife. Nerds.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
They go by the door. Nerds.
It's getting kind of old, yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
I got one more.
Sure.
If they don't, I'll let you guys have them ready.
Do you have a question?
Sure.
How long have you been publishing magazines?
Since last summer. We started publishing them last summer. What's the sound cover? What's the date?
August 2018.
I was thinking
Last summer.
that was August.
Yeah. August.
So you out of Clarksville?
No, we're in Columbia, Tennessee.
Columbia.
Yeah.
About what? 45 minutes from here.
Yes.
Well, yeah, if you go through Dixon and all that stuff.
Yeah. We're trying to get them in stores and everything. It's just taking time because we're a new magazine.
We need to get into the Great Escape. Back.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be talking to them in June.
That's okay.
Here, take another look. Make sure everybody's happy. But anything else? Questions?
Yeah. Well, you were talking about I know she talked a little bit about the Universal, Dracula and Universal.
Yes.
Now when Hammer came into the scene, what's your feelings about Hammer coming in?
I love the Hammer cycle of films.
Yeah.
Like I said, we try to cover everything from
Right.
the end of the end of 1974.
Yeah.
December 31st, 74, all the way back for horror history.
Yeah.
So you're going to hit the Hammer films through
Right.
there.
Yeah, I mean you pretty much got to.
Yeah.
And because they were the next step up to where this becomes the modern horror film, because you start getting into the blood, the gore. That's not what I was going to say.
That works.
But it was a lot of they go to the next level, and then you have through the mid '70s you start going into the more of the blood and more of the gore and more of the
And even now with that, if you look back at that stuff, it's tame compared to today's stuff.
Right.
Because
what? Here's an example. We carried my daughter and his son to see Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th.
we had a free showing of it.
We were here for about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, yeah.
And it scared us so bad we ran all the way home. They laughed all the way through.
Yep, they laughed so
They
hard.
thought it was fun.
But that's okay though. They did sit and watch it, and it was nostalgic for us at least.
Well, she even watched Salem's Lot and goes, "Oh, this is just."
Don't even start me on Salem's Lot, bro. When I was a kid, when Salem's Lot aired on television, my dad wouldn't let us watch it. I did not get to see Salem's Lot until I was an adult, maybe. What was about a year ago now? A year ago, okay?
Right.
And my friend Andy, he's not in the magazine, he's a friend of mine, but he said, "So what'd you think?" I said, "I'm mad." He said, "Why are you mad?" I said, "I should have seen this when I was a kid. This would have been great as a kid. Scare the pee out of you."
You
It
were
was
like
good
12,
stuff.
13 years old. Even though it was a TV movie, if you'd read the book already, which I had, and then you see it on the screen, it just like scared the living daylights out of us.
But, some things you want to see when you're a kid. That's one of them.
Yeah.
You got to see it when you're a kid. But anyway, so crazy Christmas. Anyway, yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss one of our friend Slim Carity. Now, we met this guy from watching his videos, Midnight Monster Party on YouTube. This guy is hilarious, and he wears this vampire goblin mask. He is awesome. He's a great guy, and we started bringing him into our stuff. In fact, we made him get in, start doing work with us. We forced him to with a shovel. He'll get that joke, so he'll know what that means. But when we do podcasts now, we bring him in on the thing because it's just so much fun. And out of an hour-long podcast, we end up talking to him, 4 hours one night total?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, and he's from Alabama, no, Georgia originally, moved to California, now he's coming back, but he's going to move to Florida. Anyway, it's a big mess, but we're cool with having him, work with us, and it's a lot of fun. But if anybody has an idea or something that they really want to do, and they're just kind of like, I don't know, talk to your friends about it. because your friends are just as nuts as you are, and they're gonna say yay or nay. This guy right here. And if it, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
And you talk with your friends, and if y'all are all the same mindset, all crazy, then you're going to make a monster magazine. You're going to make a cartoon. You're going to make a movie. We did
comic book.
Yeah, or comic book. We made a movie one time. We didn't put that on YouTube yet. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
We made a James Bond movie. One day I'll get him to let me put it on YouTube.
If that appears on YouTube, I swear there'll be a horror movie, all right, in about 30 years about what I did to you.
But, so like I said, if there's a dream you have, try it. Go for it. It's worth it. You wake up on those days when you've been like a really hard time trying to make it happen, but then you go, I'm really trying to make this happen. This is cool. So, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank
We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
If you got anything that, bring it by. He'll sign your poster. I'll sign your magazine.
appreciate it.
Right.
If you'll bring yours by, I'll sign it as well.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Let's give them an applause. Thank you. Hey gang, Monster Magazine Day 2. I got me and Ricky Blalock. We're heading up to Clarksville, Tennessee for the second day at the show in Clarksville, Tennessee. And we hope to see you there. Rick, how's it going this morning?
A little bit better than yesterday. I still ain't feeling too hot.
Yeah, Ricky's not feeling well. He's a trooper. He's out there fighting for you and me. So make sure you come out today to the Clarksville show. Give him hell, Rick.
I'm fighting for my right to party, Slim.
Woo!